Morning, everybody. Rusty from the Rusty Razor. Have another shave of the day for you. And today we're going to be going back to something we used before. A sample of Stirling Varen, which is a earthy fern type scent. You got kind of maybe a slight begonia smell to it, but it's not unpleasant. It's just like right on the edge of being, it's like you smell it, go, do I like this or not? If you like ferny, it's almost a fougere, but there's something that's not quite a fougere to me. When you lather it up, a lot of that tone that I didn't like disappears, and you're left with more just a earthy fern kind of smell to it. It's not bad. Not bad when it's lathered up. There's something in there. I think it might be like a begonia smell or something that I'm smelling on the puck. I'm not getting with when it's lathered. Now today we're going to be using the new razor. It's the Krisp shave, what they call a Krisp shave razor. I showed, I think, in a previous video that I had this, and I'm going to use it for the first time and see how it works out. So we'll just see. It's a 3-piece razor, and I'm using with some Astra blades with it today. Since I'm going to use Astras, because that's a known factor when it comes to shaving. All right. I do have some Barbasol on the face. Hope everybody's week is going good after, well, here in the States. We had the 4th of July, and I'm tired. It was, we had our Good Guys car show, and that's one thing. If you want to see thousands of classic cars, you should have went. There you go. Okay. Yeah, it's that scent that is a fern style scent to it. I think this is supposed to be a fougere, but there's something just slightly off on it that they went a little heavy on something. I think it was the I'm smelling like begonias or something. I'm not a big begonia fan. Scent of it just like, ugh. All right, so first use of this razor, I'm going to see how this thing does. And this is a kind of review of them. I see them, you can find them on eBay. The slickness of the soap is really good. It's married up with that Barbasol 1919 on the face. It's just, you don't got to put a lot. It's like when you say I use Barbasol 1919, it's not like I slather it all over my face. I just put in a very thin sheen. So I have it as a basic pre-shave. Just to add a little initial slickness when I get started. Because eventually, as you're going, the lather should be softening up the beard more. There you go. Especially if you haven't showered or anything like that. And it seems to be working. So far, it's feeling like a Core 34C. I wouldn't be surprised if the same maker made the same head. Let's put it that way. They look very similar. This is, I think, a fairly mild razor. but for about 14 bucks, not bad. Still got some growth on the face. Easily can tell I have it up there. So it's not what you'd call taking it down majorly, but you can tell it's working. And that's what I kind of smell. Smells like my mother-in-law loves begonias. And she always has those things around. It's like if you get a begonia wet, it's like, ugh. Kind of like what I'm smelling. Paint the face, Danielson. Paint the face. Alright, let's go across the grain. See how this works. Seems to be working fine. Here's the blade working. Oh, that is, a lot of it's gone. Still there, but not as much as it was. It's taking it down. So if you're a first-time shaver and you're looking for a razor, I think this might be a good one for the price if you want to just get into it. I think that's where it's marketing towards. Beginner shavers. Feel it scraping across my scars. So it is taking the top layer of those off, trying to. Yeah, it knocked him down pretty good. We'll see how it works with when it go against the grain, but there is just a tad bit of overhang on this. When you feel it, there is some. It has done a good job of, the head is pretty wide, but you just feel a tad bit of overhang. Not much, but I think you can possibly catch yourself if you not paying attention like I do a lot of times, especially around my ears. The worst place for me is catching my ears. Sometimes I do the nose, but it seems to be working pretty good. For the starter razor, I think this is, ooh, I cut myself. Oh, there's a bump there. Probably why I did. No, darn it. I dropped my brush into my soap. Darn it. The handle's all slick. Look at that mess. Ugh. Oh well. We'll live. I can feel a few places where the old face is stinging when I'm applying this on, but Not bad. Not seeing any blood sport, so. Alright. Against grain. Let's see how this works. Seems to be working good. Alright, let's take this swirl out. Alright, wow, that is smooth. It's a good, it's working. As a starter razor, I can recommend this. Doing a good job. It's not a what I would call a highly aggressive razor, but if this was your only razor, I could see somebody being happy with it. Feel there we go. You get those spots, you're like, oh, did I miss that? Alright, let's do it again. It's providing a nice smooth shave. I can recommend this as a starter razor for somebody. Definitely. A lot of it, maybe it's just technique working good for me, but air conditioning kicked on. Guess what? It's raining today. You know, I was saying we're under a drought. Well, we're sort of, now we're in, not a drought, but sort of dry conditions now. We had enough rain. Still kind of dry here in around the Des Moines area, but to the south of us, they had 12 inches of rain in a 24-hour period. What happened was you get the front rolls through and all the weather just went through a small, like 2-county wide area. And the thunderstorm just trained like a freight train going through. It's non-stop downpouring. And that all happened to the south of us. We did get some residual splash over, you know, from the front, but not like they did. Wow, this is smooth. Right there. The residual slickness from the soap is on. I say the Stirling makes some really nice soap. That's for sure. All right, we're done. Let's rinse. All right. Okay. Let's clean up a little bit here. Got my lake in front of me. Okay. Pinaud Clubman. It sort of marries up pretty good with this. It's Varen. All right. Nice scent. I like the Pinaud Clubman. Adds a little nice scent to it. It actually does pretty good as a good match for the Varen. So you got that fern aspect of it coming out, but then you get that kind of powdery scent coming off with the Pinaud Clubman. Now that I had a little bit of burning right through here, and I think there was a spot right there. Yeah, I think that's where that bump was. Otherwise, it was a nice shave. This Krisp razor, I think that's what they call it, Krisp. Yeah, Krisp Shave, that's the name of it, Krisp Shave. You can find these on eBay. I think they're even on Amazon. So if you can find them on Amazon, you can get them too. If you're going to be starting off as a new time shaver, this is actually a good razor to start with. It's mild, not aggressive, so you're not going to be making too many mistakes with it. And it's a good learner. Now, eventually, if you're a pro at it and you want a little more aggressive razors, this is not probably for you. So this is a good beginner razor. That's all I have to say on that. And it's going to stay in my rotation because it's similar to the Mercor 34C or the King's E Gillette or the Edwin Jagger when it comes to performance, I think. Very similar. And I got a nice smooth shave out of this thing. And for $14 plus tax, probably end up being about 15 and a half, 6, somewhere in there. This is a good razor. So I could recommend it. So if you want to find yourself a new razor that's pretty cheap and you want to give it a shot, I'd try it. All right, so that was Stirling's Varen. Nice little soap. If you like your fern type scents, this is for you. All right. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Rusty out.